Hello dear student, in the previous class I have started your second term syllabus, and from there I started English language book for standard 6 chapter 8, which is the first chapter of your second term syllabus. So dear student, in that I taught you about the first lesson 8, the finest things in the world. Usme the finest things in the world I had started in previous class. Now we will continue the same chapter in this class also. Just summarize once that in the story, in the beginning of the story, the king had 3 sons, and the king died and left his 3 sons behind him. And after his death, the captain of the army, king's captain of the army, wanted that kingdom for himself, and he drove his 3 sons from their own kingdom, because that captain of the army wanted the kingdom, and now he has the power of army. So due to his power, he drove them out from their own kingdom. Now all the 3 sons went into a village inn, and after that they traveled along, and at last they take a rest in a village inn. And वहाँ पे वो लोग डिस्कस करते हैं कि what is the finest things in the world. So one brother said that the finest things is the power. एक भाई बोलता है कि पावर सबसे फाइनेस्ट थिंग्स है. बिकॉज ऑफ द पावर द कैप्टन ऑफ द किंग वॉज एबल टू ड्रोव अस. And the other brother Sankla said that no, power is not helpful. The money is more powerful than any power. So the power comes from money. According to Sankla, one brother, according to him, that power comes from the money. So according to him, money is the finest thing. So they argued with each other, and the third son Ananda, all things he was listening, and he had not given any of his opinion. एंड ऑल दिस डिस्कशन हैपेंड, एंड इन द नेक्स्ट मॉर्निंग वो दोनों ब्रदर अपने अपने डेस्टिनी को फाइंड करने के लिए निकलते हैं. दे मूव ऑन फ्रॉम दैट विलेज टू फाइंड देयर डेस्टिनी. मीन्स अपने अपने अकॉर्डिंग टू देम दे वेंट फ्रॉम देयर टू फाइंड आउट देयर own finest things. Next, what will happen that Ananda stayed in that village only. आनंदा उसी गांव में रह जाता है, और वह किसी भी फाइनेस्ट थिंग्स की खोज में कहीं नहीं निकलता. वह उसी गांव में रह के अपने जीवन की शुरुआत करता है. सो आफ्टर 10 years went quickly by. The Ananda was now a prosperous young man. Prosperous means rich and successful man. He had built a house for himself, and he now stood in front of it and looked towards the field. And he had built his own house by his hard work, and he earned money also, and he was living a very successful and very comfortable life there only. And one day he stood in front of his house and looked towards the field, और अपने खेतों की तरफ देखता है. And suddenly he thought about his brother. His thoughts went back to his two brothers. Had they really found the finest things in the world? और वह अपने दोनों भाइयों के बारे में उसे याद आती है, और वह सोचता है कि क्या उन्हें उनके हिसाब के फाइनेस्ट थिंग्स whether he got or not. So now beside Ananda stood his wife, and near them played their 3 handsome children. Now Ananda got married also, and he had 3 children. How happy and contented they looked. Contented means satisfied. The sun was sitting in the western sky, and as Ananda looked across the field of ripe corn, he caught sight of 2 processions coming towards him. And शाम का वक्त हो चला था, एंड व्हाट आनंदा हैज़ सीन, वह अपने कॉर्न फील्ड्स की तरफ देख रहा था. तभी उसे एट दैट टाइम ही कॉट अ साइट, मीन्स उसके आंखों के सामने 2 प्रोसेसन चला रहा था. प्रोसेसन मीन्स द ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल्स कमिंग टुगेदर. So what he saw 2 processions were coming across to him. So after saying that, breath that to coming towards him, the procession, there was huge elephant in front, in no, some line missing. At first he thought he was dreaming, पहले उसे लगा कि वह कुछ सपना देख रहा है. But when procession drew near, he held his he held his breath with excitement. Or when the procession came, he was very excited because he must have recognized his brother. His two brothers who had gone to seek their fortunes were leading the procession. Seek means to get something and fortunes means किस्मत. और जो दो भाई अपनी किस्मत आजमाने गए थे, so they were returning with their processions. There was a huge elephant in front of the procession. Coming from the elephant in a handsome howdah. Howdah means the seat of the elephant on which anyone can sit and ride the elephant. तो वह बहुत ही सजा धजा एक एलिफेंट को लीड करता हुआ, वो प्रोसेस एलिफेंट उस प्रोसेसन को लीड करता हुआ आ रहा था. एंड one brother was sat on the top of the elephant, that was Deva. According to him, what was the finest things? According to him, the finest things was wealth. Now Sankla, looking very fierce and cruel, rode at the head of his processions from the west. He was riding fast and was out of breath when he came up to his brother. And Sankla was coming along with a ग्रेट आर्मी. वह एक बहुत भारी भरकम आर्मी के साथ आ रहा था. एंड ही वॉज राइडिंग एंड दैट प्रोसेसन, ही वॉज लीडिंग द प्रोसेसन एंड कमिंग राइडिंग वेरी फास्ट. And he was fast that he was out of his breath. And when he came up to his brother, जब वह अपने ब्रदर के सामने आता है, he had with him a great army of soldiers carrying weapons. And what was, he had a great army and all have their weapons, means हथियार था सबके पास. How strange that these two greedy and selfish brothers, who had not seen each other for 10 years, should meet in this way. And the selfish and greedy, they both were very selfish and greedy brother, and they met in this way, who had not met since 10 years to each other. एक दूसरे से 10 सालों से नहीं मिले थे, बट वह इस तरह मिले. दे रिकग्नाइज ईच अदर एट फर्स्ट साइट एंड हैड अ लॉट टू say to each other about the adventures. Adventures means very daring things, daring you can say daring things, daring journey. तो वह अपने साथ बीते हुए सारी चीज़ों को शेयर करना चाहते थे. Deva proudly said that he was the richest man in the world. He said that he had worked hard to get money. Now he was tired. He had come back to enjoy his wealth. Now Deva said that he is the richest man of this world, and now he is very tired and now he want to enjoy his wealth. So he came back. He was in bed. Now Sankla thought that he had done better than Deva because he had gathered together a large army. He was in a bad temper and said that he could easily kill all Deva's men and get his money for himself. And now Sankla is saying that he has the largest army and he can kill the men of Devas and he can get all the money. So according to him, he done the best. He done better than Deva. So two brothers argue angrily with each other as they had done on the first night. And दोनों भाई फिर से एक दूसरे के साथ झगड़ने लगते हैं, ठीक उसी तरह जिस तरह वो लोग पहली रात झगड़े थे. After they had left home, each one believed that he had the finest things in the world. They were about to begin the real fight when they suddenly remembered Ananda, and the fight was yet to start. They remembered Ananda. Had he achieved anything worthwhile in the last 10 years? One suddenly said that, where is Ananda? Had he achieved anything in 10 years? They wondered if he had left the village. But there was Ananda standing at the doorway of his house, and Ananda was listening and watching all these things from the doorway of his house. with his family. He heard his brother Deva say, "He can't be here. He probably hasn't found anything worth having." और वह कहता है शायद वह कुछ भी हासिल नहीं कर पाया. And there's nothing else with, and due to that he'll be ashamed to come and meet us. You have all the power and I have all the money, and there is nothing else worth having, said the brother, that you have power and I have money, and after that nothing else worth having. He now stepped towards and advanced forward his brother. Now Ananda stepped forward and came near to his brothers. He was wearing a simple dress of a village farmer. Sankla recognized him when he came near and greeted him with a laugh. Sankla came near to no sorry Ananda came near to the brother, and Ananda was very simply dressed up, and he recognized and when he came near to the brother Sankla recognized him and said he laughed on him and greeted him with a laugh. और उसके ऊपर वह हंसते हैं. He spoke as if he despised Ananda. Despised means to hate someone. Sankla spoke to him as he despised Ananda. So, look at my brother and me, he said. He is the richest man in the world, and I am the most powerful. What you have been doing all these years. And he said that, look at my brother, he said. He is the richest man in the world. Sankla is saying that, Mera, see, one of your brother, he is the richest man of the world, and I am the most powerful man of this world. And what you have been doing in all 3 years, और तुम इन सालों में तुमने क्या किया. So dear student, for today that much. In the next class we will see what Ananda will give the answer, and who have the finest things according to them, what is the finest things of the world, and what will happen at the end of the story. So dear student, till then everyone take care of yourselves and write all the word meanings which is underlined. Thank you everyone. Take care.